How to read the professor's post in 30 seconds. And this is for TOEFL Writing Task number 3, 2026. And this is Michael Buckoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com. So the goal of this video is to teach you to extract the real task quickly and avoid off-topic responses. Most students lose points in the TOEFL Writing Task 3 before they even start writing because they misread the professor's post. In this video, I will show you exactly how to read the professor's post in about 30 seconds and find the idea TOEFL actually wants you to respond to. Why this skill matters. Task 3 is not about summarizing. It's about responding. So if you're off topic, automatically your score drops. If you have strong grammar, but you cannot fix a weak response. The professor's post contains one central academic issue. If you do not identify that issue, everything you write is risky. So let's take a look at a mock TOEFL Writing Task 3 example. So on this page, you can see a professor's post. It's about 100 words. He's talking about the use of online courses. You have two students who respond to this post. Their posts are approximately 25 words. Take a minute to read this post. So step 1. The first thing is you need to be able to find the topic, then the question, and then the task. So separate it into those three areas. So it's clear the topic here is online classes and student participation. Now that's broad. Now if I only write about online education in general, I'll probably go off topic. The next step, what's the question? What are you being asked to write about? So it's very easy when you look at the paragraph. The question is, do online classes improve student participation compared to in-person classes? Now that I know the issue I'm responding to, I still need to see what TOEFL wants me to do with it. And this is a critical part of reading and decoding this task. So the task here is to give my opinion and also evaluate whether online classes improve participation, considering advantages and disadvantages. That's the task. So I'm not summarizing, I'm deciding. So the TOEFL is not testing knowledge, it's testing academic judgment. Step 2, you need to find the decision point or the debate. Usually there's some believe this, others believe that. So you can see here, it's talking about online courses. Do they encourage meaningful participation? Do they reduce meaningful interaction? You can see here where I've highlighted that in the paragraph. This is what we call the decision point. This represents the two sides of the debate. Now, this is what we call a comparison debate. You're looking at online versus in-person participation. Now, don't be in the middle. You do not want to waffle. So my response needs to lean in one direction. So maybe online helps participation for some students. In-person leads to deeper interaction. Participation maybe depends on the course design. So if your response doesn't answer the decision point, it will sound fine, maybe to you, but it's not going to score high. So be careful. Make sure that you choose a side. Step 3, you need to highlight usable concepts. Now, this is important. Anyone can copy and paste information. The TOEFL is not testing your ability to quote directly or to copy example or exact sentences from the discussion post. That's not what we're looking at here. So we want to focus on what's called concepts, not language, not exact words, but concepts. Now, as you can see in this video, I'm not copying sentences. I'm highlighting ideas I can use. Let's call these usable concepts. So I've highlighted students feel more comfortable online. digital discussion tools, meaningful interaction, focus, and engagement. So these are concepts, not exact sentences. So you don't want to exactly write sentences word for word. You want to try to put these into concepts. You're less likely to plagiarize and you're going to score higher. So do not copy from the post. So copying, here's an example of copying. You say some educators argue that online classes encourage greater student participation. So this sentence, it comes exactly from the professor's post. The professor doesn't want you to copy the words exactly. Now, if you focus on the concepts that the professor has said, you can say online environments can make some students more willing to share ideas. So that would be putting it into your own ideas. So what you're trying to do here through this writing is you're trying to showcase that you have a good range of vocabulary. You can use synonyms that can re-explain important points from the post. You can also use what we call syntactic variety. You can re-explain those ideas using different sentence styles. So the TOEFL wants original academic thinking, not paraphrase copying. So how this sets up the response. So at this point, I already know what to write about, and I haven't written a single sentence yet. So my topic is online learning and participation. My decision point is online versus in person. Usable concepts, comfort, interaction, focus. In the next video, I will show you how to read your classmates' posts strategically so you can engage with them instead of repeating them. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to download the free PDF link below to check your understanding and practice this skill. I've put it in the pinned comments. If you want personalized TOEFL speaking and writing feedback based on the real rubrics that ETS uses, you can find my feedback service at bettertoeflscores.com. Also, be sure to check out my TOEFL Writing Course 2026 playlist at YouTube for step-by-step help with every writing task. I'll see you in the next video.